Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Amer, the Palestinian-American comedian and actor, and the star of the Netflix hit show which scored 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. He's performing in Dubai at Dubai Comedy Festival 2025 on October 9th to 10, and it's already selling out. He'll talk about his Dubai show, the stories behind his comedy, and how he mixes humor with real life experiences. Thank you so much for joining us, Amer.
Of course, my pleasure.
So it's so exciting. You're performing for the first time here in Dubai. How excited are you?
It's definitely not my first time. Just want to let you know that. I've been performing in Dubai since 2009, but this is definitely my first time since the release of season 2, for sure.
Yeah, and you've performed in over 40 countries. You've had multiple comedic appeals, and it's really nice to see, as a Palestinian, it's really nice to see like a Palestinian representation on stage. Well, what makes Dubai so special for you?
For me, it's like, performing all over the world is all good and just a wonderful experience, surely, to see what the audiences are like from country to country. But coming back to an Arab country, coming back to Dubai and seeing how excited people are, it's just a different level that allows me to tap into things and performatively that I don't get to do normally on the road. So it's very, very exciting to come out to the Dubai Opera House. And I wanted to do like a full stint. They were like, why don't you just do one huge show? I'm like, no, I'd rather do 4. I want to spend time here. I want to hang out, and I want to give, people the theatrical experience. I think that now, like, doing arenas is fun. Don't get me wrong. It's a very special thing. But once you have the intimacy of a theater, there's nothing like it, especially at the Dubai Opera House.
So one of the time slots is actually fully sold out. How do you feel about this?
Oh, it's great. The shows have been sold out all over the world, so it's very, very thrilling. Obviously, I have high expectations of Dubai, so you can't let Europe outdo you. So you better, make sure that the world's on before I get there. It'd be very embarrassing for us, to be honest with you.
You're so
all the countries around the world, all the European countries around the world are sold out, and Dubai is not. والله يعني
عيب علينا.
عيب.
No, we will set it out. I'm sure everyone is really excited. But we have to talk about your comedy skits a bit. Do you usually tailor your comedy based on the country you're at, or do you just usually go with your usual style?
Yeah, I usually speak a different language in every country. I'm a genius. So I'm just joking. I'm just so brilliant. I could just switch up languages.
Yeah, look at you. Sold out shows everywhere.
So good. So good. No, it's not. What's so beautiful about my upbringing in comedy is that I was always taught very early on how to be universal, writing universally, while also being thought-provoking and trying to write in a way where you're pushing the boundaries. So it's very, very it's very much the same pretty much from country to country. I don't have to change it when I go into a different country versus the other.
Yeah.
The only difference is, like I was saying, when I go into an Arab country, it feels great because I get to talk about things that other people won't get,
Yeah, that's so true.
It's very exciting it's so exciting to I have a very elaborate toolbox, and some of those tools I don't get to use when I'm touring in like Europe, for instance. So it feels good to come there and use the tools that I don't normally get to use often.
You have that sense of relatability, basically. So for people that are listening and are coming to your show, can you give them a little bit of a teaser? What can they expect? New skits, new surprises, new topics?
Well, first of all, you can't call them skits, okay? Call them bits. So, skits make you feel like what your son's gonna do for you. We're gonna do a little skit, So the comedy routine, it's all brand new. Everything is brand new. You've never seen any of this material. I'm definitely pushing buttons, and I'm definitely, still doing very similar stuff that I've done before, but more sophisticated, elevated.
Based on the description, it says that you're gonna tackle topics like family, fatherhood. Is there a specific story that you'd like to share on the stage? Are we keeping it private? Like a little bit of a teaser, maybe?
No, I know you don't. Yeah, this is a huge rule breaker. No comedian will ever do their bits.
But they should be excited, basically. So you usually try to mix serious topics with your humor and your comedy. So how do you maintain that balance, keeping it real and honest, but still making people laugh?
it's all about, being smart with your writing. So it's always been that way. It's always about, great comedians that I've learned from throughout my past is those who can make you laugh and make you think. And sometimes you don't have to think at all. You can just laugh and have a good time, and that's fine too. But there's a lot to pull from. There's a lot happening that I can go to and that I have to touch upon that I feel like I would be behooved me if I don't actually discuss it on stage. So I'm very excited about it.
And I'm sure you discussed some personal experiences on stage, but what makes you think like this is a story that is worth being on stage, being worth discussed on in front of people, in front of the audience? It shouldn't be private.
Nothing is really private on stage. You're your most honest self on stage. I'm probably more honest on stage than I am off stage. To be honest with you,
I like
it's like one of those things. Yeah, and then you just like whatever you enjoy telling. It's like that's how you make the decision. Which one do you keep there or not? If it works, it works. It could be really hilarious and everyone has a good time, but I don't enjoy telling it, so I don't do it. So it's all like that.
This is a kind of a personal question to you, but do you really feel like comedy can help shed light on really serious topics and maybe bring more awareness, especially with the genocide in Gaza, without losing the sense of severity of the situation? Can comedy really help?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and do you have examples of it helping? Yeah.
I wouldn't say it helps as
like maybe bringing awareness.
I would say this. Yeah, awareness also feels like a disease, like AIDS Awareness Week. I don't even like that word, but what it will do is that stand-up comedy traditionally has been an art form that makes you think, laugh and think. That's the history of it, and it's having the ability to speak truth to power. This is one of the oldest professions, really. I mean, kings had court jesters and they were paid to make fun of the king to a certain degree. They were the only ones that really could. So not saying that that's what we're doing here and that's what I'm coming to do. It's just stand-up itself allows you to talk about very serious topics in a funny way. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're just thought-provoking. So it gives you the opportunity to bring those up and it makes people think in whichever direction that is. I think people are very, very aware of the genocide globally. Like I'm on my world tour right now in Europe, and it seems like it's people are more aware in Europe than even the States. It feels like it's pretty eye-opening experience so far. So yeah, so it just like absolutely it does those things. It gives you the ability to bring things up in a very different way that you don't normally see, which is always through a news broadcast usually. And there's no way to really massage those topics or talk about them in detail or to bring up different angles because usually you're stuck to a particular program, where stand-up is very free-flowing and allows you to talk about things that most people can't.
And we wouldn't have you here and not ask you about your Netflix show, Mo. So it got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it was based on your real life experiences. And seeing that rating and seeing your life basically displayed in front of everyone, how did that make you feel? Did you expect to have such high ratings? Did you expect to have such acceptance and people loving and praising the show so much? Or were you nervous to display that?
I get really, really careful of expectations because you always have to manage those.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I did was and cared about is making sure that it felt good to me.
100%.
It's like if it felt good to me as a Palestinian, is this something that I want to see on camera? Is this something that I want to see in film and television? This is what I kept asking myself, and it's not only of course, it's a Palestinian American refugee story that is very familiar to us Palestinians, and we feel it in our core, but also Latinos and people of many, many different backgrounds have really gravitated to the show in a very, very special way. So it's been really, really overwhelming, and that's why I call the tour El Oso Palestino Tour, the Palestinian Bear Tour, because it is something that is really I'm blown away by the response from everyone. It's been really tremendous, and seeing that so many people just gravitate to our story, and not only does it feel like their own. It feels like their own story is being told, even though they're not Palestinian and didn't have anything to do with that. Now, with the with the raised knowledge of what's going on and what's been happening for many, many years, it's making it even stronger. So I don't think anybody expected it. I don't think Netflix expected it. I don't even Netflix knows like how powerful the show is. It's been really, really tremendous.
Were you nervous of any backlash or maybe displaying any real life stories on TV or on Netflix? Or were you just, you know what, I'll just do it? No, nothing.
Well, but I'm not nervous about anything. No, trust in God.
I like
That's
that.
it. Just keep going. Make sure you just tell the most honest story, and then how can you be nervous once you tell something so real and so honest? You know what I mean? Like I'm not. No.
No, it's good.
I don't think that way. I don't write anything with the idea of like, oh, I wonder what people think.
Yeah.
No, I write it if it's honest and feels good to me. If it feels good to me, then it's good.
And this is what makes people basically love the show that you give, honestly, and the performances. And maybe looking back at Mo, is there a specific memory or a scene that still brings you to laughter every time you think about it, that you like to maybe bring up to the stage?
I don't bring it up on. You mean from my show? From my TV
in
show?
general, like from the TV show that you every time you think about it, it brings you to laughter that you'd like to share with everyone.
I mean, I don't share. I just think about it. There's stuff that the stage is very different. You can't talk about your stand-up. Stand-up is a completely different thing. But as far as the show, the series itself, there's so many to pick from. There's not everything just makes me laugh. My mom making olive oil with Yamo playing in the background, probably one of my favorite things ever. The scene on the dock with my mom and sister in episode 7 is one of my favorite things in season 2 that I've ever done in my life, probably. And the entirety of episode 8, episode 5, Houston, the rodeo. There's so many things to pull from that make me laugh or make me smile or make me cry even, that I just love and enjoy. And I love the show as if I'm a fan also, not just as someone who created a show, And stand-up is completely different, so you don't bring any of those up on stage.
Now, I know people that might be listening, that if any scene that is dear to you, but thank you so much for sharing today your story and your take. But before you go, is there any message or a vibe you want to leave for everyone that's listening that are coming to your show?
A vibe and a message. Look, it's going to be an incredible night. I have it stacked. I promise you it's going to be like no show you've ever seen before. And you'll walk away pressed to feel like you've seen a better show. I promise you that. It's going to be incredible. I've worked very hard on this. And I've left like the best fest. I've left the entire blast for wanted it to be primed and absolutely perfect when I get there. So I can't wait to see you all. It's going to be an incredible 4 shows and 2 nights in Dubai.
That was Mo Amer. Thank you so much for joining us on the Lovin Dubai show. Don't miss him live at Dubai Comedy Festival on October 9th and 10th. Tickets are already selling out, so what are you waiting for? That's all from today's episode of the Lovin Dubai show. See you soon. Bye-bye.